Hello everybody again. Now, as I mentioned in my last quasi book review, not really book reviews or just overviews. I've been a reenactor for 20 years. You find a lot of things that you're interested in, and there's too many books out there to really decipher which is the best for your particular needs. And for me, I'm really big on French stuff, early French. And I guess as my growing up watching foreign legionnaire movies, like Beauchest and stuff. And so for me, when I saw this book here, I was able to see it in person. And I hadn't seen a review of this book or an overview of this book. And uh, please don't take this as you need to buy the most expensive book that's out there. As I mentioned before, you don't know what's in these books, so don't spend $20. Don't spend $200. Try to find out what's in the book. Try to find out within yourself, what do you need? Do you need colonial? Do you need French? For example, let's do French pre-war. This is a pre-war book. There is also volume 2, which is during the war and at the end. Same thing with German stuff, Italian, and other countries. And so I'm going to do this little review here or this overview here of this book that if you like French stuff, this for me was one of the greatest things that I could have ever bought. The publisher is Verlag Militaria. They do come in English. They come in French and German, I believe, as well. I'm not 100% sure, but I know German. And they've got lots of books like this. Now, these books can run about $130, $150. However, they are over 500 pages. And let me just flip through it real fast. 500 pages of stuff that's really interesting. Museum quality photographs from artifacts. And as you can see in my hand, this is a big book. This is a really, really big book. And it tells you a nice amount of detail of the uniforms. Now, I made a lot of my own stuff as far as equipment. My mom, who's a seamstress, made a lot of the uniforms for me that I've had. And so we were able to do a lot of really good work from this particular book because it had a lot of front and rear pictures of the uniforms that we were interested in. Give a little bit of detail of equipment as well, not just the uniforms, not just. There are some books out there that are a history. They take pictures and they call a book a history of photography or something. I don't know if those are really as good as this particular book. I know that Schiffer also has a lot of books that are maybe $60 or something like that. They're like this. Some of them I heard are very, very good, but I don't know everything about them. I know that they do make good books. My last review on Bayonet books was the Schiffer book, so they do make really good quality books. But I decided to buy this one instead because their books tend to say something like a history in photography, and I'm like, I think I want more detail. And so anyway, check out a Schiffer book if you want to save some money. But this book here is fantastic. Now, I'm going to show you the table of contents so that you can actually see it and see what's inside there. Cavalry. Okay, so this is going to be the table of contents. So hopefully you'll be able to read it. So infantry, territorial infantry, chasseurs de la pièce, Zouaves, native tirailleurs, Algerians, Tunisians, African light infantry, French Foreign Legion, colonial infantry, The cavalry is Crusaders, Dragoons, Hussars, Chasseurs, Cheval, Chasseurs d'Afrique, Spahi, that's my thing. Made a whole Spahi uniform from this book. So, anyway, let me show you a little bit more about it because it's only been 5 minutes, and talks a lot about all this different stuff. I mean, who's gonna make this? You're not gonna make this. I mean, seriously, right? But again, this is a great collector's book. This was a trials uniform. Pretty cool. Again, eBay France. I keep promoting eBay France because it's awesome. But these are the things that are in there. Great big pictures. Again, look at my hand. Look at my hand. I know I got small hands, but still. Lots of fantastic pictures and lots of really good information on a lot of good details. If you're the type of person who can make your own stuff, or even if you have to, because I made my own ammunition pouches and suspenders and belts and backpacks, because when I started all this, they didn't have all that for sale. Now you can buy it, but you couldn't do it way back in the day, and so I had to make my own. And there was only one, literally there was like one vendor who did the French kind of uniforms, even doughboys at the time, only one vendor. And they sort of went out of business, and people were like kind of stuck for a long time. So you had to make your own stuff. But it talks about the different patterns. For those of you who get into the backpacks, that's a whole huge headache. Believe it or not, it is a huge, huge headache. Talks about the different belts. They didn't have the brass buckle always. They kind of had this one, but who had it first? Who had it first? North Africans had it first. These are the different styles. To show you the different styles that they had during the war, pre-war, and the musette bag. You can make your own. You can see the different canteens that they had. Stuff like all this kind of stuff that you do find it on the internet sometimes for sale. But if you don't know what you're looking at, how are you going to buy it, or how much do you know if it's going to be rare? See, like this kind of stuff we can make. You can make stuff like this. It tells you what it's made out of, a certain linen, and you can make all these kinds of things yourself. And that's one of the things I like this book, because like I said, I've said it before, they give a lot of front and back detail as far as the uniforms, and you can really get down and look into the stitching. They talk a little bit about weapons as well. The label, the bayonets, berthier as well, and they go into a little bit of the story of the Zouaves as well. Now, this is what I think is cool, because I like making these kinds of things, and I like having these kinds of things. This is, if you've ever seen these guys, the pictures, you'll see sometimes rectangular pouches instead of the square ones that you normally see. So if you didn't know what the heck are they wearing, well, they're wearing these 77s, and then the modified 82s and 92s. That's a little bit of modification, because when it comes to the French stuff, it's insanely versatile. It's just a lot of different stuff depending on the unit. You've got the Gras, which was used in World War I a little bit, and the Gras bayonet. Chasseurs de la Pierre, that talks a little bit about who they are and what their deal is. But I gotta brag, because I really, really love the Spahi stuff that's in here. Here's a Moroccan, the Treileur Moroccan, and Zouaves, of course, Zouaves or whatever. Talks a little bit about their history. Remember that the Zouaves originally were Muslims and Algerian, and when they worked together with the French colonial troops out there to sort of suppress the local people, the French were so impressed that they liked their uniforms. They took over the uniforms, kicked the Muslims out of the Zouave units, and all the Zouave units, then you see them, they're all what they call Metropolitan French, In other words, white guys. But you know, for those of you who like Civil War stuff, hey, they had the Civil War units here in the United States that were American, right? They weren't Muslims, so that's what they did back then. It gives you real nice uh, pattern. You can buy these, of course. You know, you can buy a Zouave uniform. But again, if you like to make your own stuff, it gives you really good details of the pattern and the decorations that they would have, the undershirts and the size of the pants. Lots and lots and lots of details. This little Red Riding Hood, but it's blue. Little Blue Riding Hood, and the treilures, their color. Let me see something. Okay. I'm not much into officers. Now, this is something that's pretty cool right here. This, if you didn't know, was the rear pouch for the Zouaves because of the uniforms that they had in the backpack. Their particular style of uniforms, this is what they had because the regular French infantry didn't have this extended piece. It was just a regular pouch. Something that's cool. They had linen suspenders, not just leather. And it tells you if you wanted to do it, because you can sew this. I mean, seriously, you can sew this. You can make your own. This is pretty cool. Jilaba. Oops. Okay, I haven't done that one before. I haven't talked about that. That's pretty cool right there. I got one of these buckles. I got that on eBay France. Like I keep saying, eBay France is the best. And but my bread and butter, my thing, and like I said, I was able to see this book in person, and I just drooled. I said, "Bing, bing, bing! That's the one. That's the one." I still need the second volume too, though. That's just stupid. Keep wasting time not buying it. I keep buying other stuff. Colonial German stuff is also my thing, so I like the Schutztruppe. You know, obviously my channel is Schutztruppe 1900. And anyway, this is what really just blew my mind. Totally awesome. Made this entire uniform primarily from these types of pictures. And that is a Spahi. That is the coolest thing ever. I made all this kind of stuff. My mom made a lot of this stuff. But again, I just wanted to show you the stuff that's in here, the detail. I don't want to make it too long of a video, but this is a just a little over 500 pages. Okay, so it's a lot of stuff in here. A lot of big, nice, beautiful pictures. Okay, lots of really cool stuff. They sell these reproductions, by the way. Okay, so they're out there. I made these things here, which were actually leather socks, if you want to believe that. That's what they basically were. So in any case, folks, if you can afford this book and you really, really, really love French stuff, I do highly recommend this one. Otherwise, hit up some of your friends if you have any who have the Schiffer books, which are, I guess, probably half the price of these. They don't have 500 pages, however, but they do have a great reputation. I'm sure they have a lot of the same pictures, but obviously not all of them. And I'm not sure what kind of information they have, but again, Schiffer books have an excellent reputation. But this book is just fantastic. So if there's anything in here that you saw, please shoot me a text or a message on the channel here, and I can look into a little bit of detail, or see if there's something in particular that you're interested in, officer stuff or infantry. I'm more into the infantry. I don't like officer stuff really at all. But again, if you saw something in here that gets your attention, let me know, and I'll be glad to do a little video or something, send you a message regarding that information. But okay, well, I hope you like my little review or my overview here. There's just too much to talk about. Take care, and I'll see you in another review. Like I said, I have several other Verlag books, and they're just big and thick like this with just chunk full of information. Alright, thanks.